Hi, my name's Cam Huxford. I'm the worship director at Mars Hill Downtown. And this is Chae. And if you have been to Mars Hill Downtown, you've probably seen Chae on stage playing guitar. And I just want to introduce some of the people that help us lead worship on the weekends at church. And so we are here where Chae does his day job. And he, like many volunteers downtown, is a dude that works a day job and then serves outside of that, and we really appreciate that. And he's done that faithfully, and he's been playing most weeks for probably, how long have you been playing downtown?
About 2 years.
Cool. Wow. What's a little bit of your family background, where you're coming from?
Well, I was a baby when our dad left our family. My mom didn't want us to grow up in Korea in a single-parent household because it's looked down upon. Kids get made fun of for being in a single-parent home. So my mom just worked and worked and worked, got enough money for us to come to the U.S. When we came here, we had no money. My mom couldn't speak English. I was 5 years old. My sister was 9. And I never knew I was poor. Our mom just took care of everything, just worked really hard. And it was her faith in Christ that got us through that tough time.
And so going back a little further, how did you become a Christian?
Well, it's kind of a cliche story. I was at a church youth camp retreat, whatever you call it, but the pastor, he did a call to salvation and also a call to pray for our parents. And during that time, I had a lot of bitterness towards my dad, and praying for him didn't seem like an option. So I just cried out to God during that prayer, saying, why this, why that? I was just blaming everything on my dad, blaming everything on the world for everything that was going on. And in the midst of that prayer, me crying out to God, God just said, I'm your father. And I knew at that moment that God was real, Christ was real, and I felt just immense amount of grace being poured down on me, and that's when I professed my faith in Jesus Christ.
Cool, man. Well, so I know you do bands and things like that outside of church. Chae leads a band called Remedios the Beauty that plays clubs around town. Why do you do that band?
Well, at first, I thought it would be cool to just play music around town. But then going deeper into my thoughts about that, I really wanted to build relationships with venues. Not necessarily with people. That's going to be automatic. After we play, people want to talk to us, and we tell them why we write the music, and it's because of the gospel that we're able to do this, and we share that. But what I really want to do is the venue owners, the booking agents, build a relationship with them so that they don't just necessarily have this negative view about Christians, about how we're trying to just shove our beliefs down everyone's throat. I want to have a positive relationship with them.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's awesome. We have a lot of musicians downtown who are really being missional with their music, meaning that we're not just functioning inside of the walls of the church, but a lot of our musicians are, like Chae saying, out there rubbing shoulders with venue owners and bookers and promoters, and we're really just trying to use music as a way to be on mission in our city. Well, dude, we appreciate your faithfulness, and man, over the past 2 years, you've just been steady and a faithful servant at our church, and we appreciate that, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for talking with us.